So Google My Business for e-commerce. Is it possible to get a shop that you're using for your website and then combine that with Google My Business so that you can sell your products through the benefits of Google My Business? Now, you already probably know that Google My Business can easily put your business to number one on a local search with just some optimization, which we've covered in some previous videos. But what about putting your products there too? Is it possible to sell your products through an e-commerce type of way or suggestion in Google My Business? Well, the answer to that is yes. And I'm going to show you how you can do it through using events and using products. So welcome to my video. So I'm Zane from Zanet Design, and I help businesses grow on the internet. So if you've got a small business and you're trying to get traction in a local business environment, and you're wanting to also expand your knowledge of Google My Business, or ways in which you can improve your business within Google itself, then these types of videos are going to be very useful for you. So make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss the next video, because Google My Business is getting strong promotion by Google at this time, particularly as we come through COVID and all sorts of restrictions. Business has never been more important online. So if you haven't subscribed already, you could be missing out on some nice little tips and tricks that come out on a regular basis through this channel. Now, if you have already looked at the previous videos, we've already looked at the importance of offers, and we've also seen the importance of using your telephone number to get inquiries today. So if you haven't seen those videos already, I do encourage for you to see those videos. They're at the end. I'll put a link to them at the end of this video. But today we're going to focus particularly on products and how you can use events as well to promote your business as you come out of COVID and another lockdown. So let's jump straight in and see how you can do that for your business, and some really good examples to help us too.
So when it comes to Google My Business for e-commerce, making sure that your products and your events are showing and bringing in new inquiries, then really there's a few tricks here that I'm going to run through today. So I'm just looking first of all, if you're a car sales company, and if we click on here, Kazoo Wembley, you notice they're using here the COVID updates, which is always good if you can, to just keep your clients updated. But apart from that, and a few photographs of outside the shop, there's no real e-commerce promotion. Now, I'm sure they've got some good cars there. If I go to, say, the top one that's not an advert, once again, you see there's no real dramatic promotion other than just a shop front. And this is what a lot of businesses are missing. They're thinking of Google My Business as an identity of their brand, but they're missing the chance to make this more of a shop, more of a way of selling products as well. So let me show you how you can do this. I noticed when I looked at Eltham car sales, so they're not particularly standing out any more different than the others, but what I did notice here is they totally understood and they're on board with products. So what have they done? Well, if I go to their website, you'll see here that they've got these various cars for sale, and they're literally taking each item from their shop and then they're transferring it across to products within Google My Business. And what this produces is basically adverts for all their cars. Now, that's in effect your e-commerce shop. That's in effect your basket. So let's show you exactly where this has come from. So here's the shop. Here's their products. He's basically wanting to put his cars that are on his shop or his e-commerce site, and he's then putting them into here, into his products area. And this is an excellent way of just getting more interest. So if I was interested in this Vauxhall Corsa, I can click on it, I can get the information, I can call, and a sale can be made. And you notice if I go back to all products, you notice he's done this for every car that he's selling, gets its place, a prime place on Google My Business. And Google My Business, of course, is appearing when he's basically appearing when he's searched for as for car sales in the London area. So have you considered doing this when it comes to products in your shop, and how do you go about it? So let's basically go to a shop. So if this was your shop, then you would have your products, and this would all be part of your e-commerce. And you really would just then take what either would be considered as a high quality product or a product that you particularly wanted to push to the fore. If you click on your product, then obviously on there you'll have your prices. Let's click on that. So you've got your price range, and you've got perhaps specific things as well. And you may then use the URL of that particular product as your landing page as well. So that's one way you might do it. In the case of sometimes with products, it can be more like a combined service, like with a day rate. So that's the other thing as well. So you might have various services that you offer on your website, as I do here on mine, or just taking another magazine here, Grand Designs magazine. So they've got different issues come out as well. Now I noticed I thought I'd search to see what they have, and on Google My Business they've got very little information here. So often you find that even big corporations fail to see the advantage of having decent Google My Business references, and they've not used Google My Business really at all, though that's just been picked up within Google search results. So let's just take that thought then of how do you use products, how do you add products. So in the case of my website, if I take it here, these are my kind of 5 core services that I've offered for a few years, and in effect you just click on add, and then you upload each product. So if I click on this one, you can edit it or see how I produced it. So I basically produced a graphic, uploaded that, but you can also use videos if you want. I've then got the product name, which would be the main name of it, and then you can have categories as well. Now let me show you where categories exist. So if you did a search for my business, and if you come down to the products, you'll notice here you've got explore categories. So these are categories of products. So for instance, my special offers, if I click on that, and then that's the special offer products, which are these 5 here, and they've got price ranges, they've got information. If you click on that, then it takes you through to how you can order online. And of course, that's where you put your landing page, or you put it to a contact page and so on. So hopefully that makes some sense. A free website order, again, you can order that online. These things here are basically my e-commerce. That's how I use my products. But of course, it's not always the case. It might be that you want to do it the way that it was done with the used cars. So in this way, they've got an exact price. And so you need to decide, are you going to have a price range or an exact price? Let me just show you how that works. So all you need to do is you need to log into your Google My Business. You need to click on products, and then it'll come up with the products you've got. So in probably your case, if you haven't done this before, you'll have no products. You then click on add product. You then select the photo of your product. So you just literally go to your, so if I was to go to say this magazine for Grand Designs, let's click that. So I would right click, and I would then open the image in a new tab, which is that, and I would then save the image to my desktop, which would be there. So I'd do that. This was if I was Grand Designs, of course I'm not. And then I would then select it. So go to that, that's what I downloaded, I click that, and you can see I'm now starting to build a product for them. I then put it's October magazine, the category would be magazines, because it obviously it's not to do with my website. Let's just say, for instance, the fixed price was $7.99, so you put that there. If it was a price range, then you can put the minimum price and the maximum price in here, but in this case it would be probably a fixed price for that magazine, and then a product description. And again, what I'd do is I'd go to the magazine itself, the magazine here. I'd just copy and paste that. That's the details about the magazine. That would go into the product description. You've got up to 1,000 letters to use there. And then if you wanted to link it through to the landing page, so if you wanted to link it through to the sale of the product itself, you can then order it online, click there, or buy it, or get the offer, or learn more. So you've got a few options here, which are nice options to use depending on what type of landing page you wanted to use. Press save, and there's your product. Now I'm not going to do that, but you get the idea. And so whether you've got a price range, which is more to do with the time spent on it, whether it's a deal of regarding a plan that you've got, whether it's consultation, all these things are products that can be offered. So we can see now then the way that they've taken this and really used it in a very sensible way. Could you do that? Well, I think if you do that, you'll find that this is the way you build your e-commerce through Google My Business. Now, there is one other little trick as well that you may need to consider, particularly to help you to get through the COVID and come out the other side of it, is also the importance of events. So we've already seen on one of the previous videos in this series how you can make sure that your clients see your information for longer than the 7 days that the average post will give you in Google My Business. And we saw that offers can do that. And we looked at various offers, and if you haven't seen that video, then there'll be a link above, and also you can visit it when you get to the end of this video. And we've also seen the importance of having your phone number and making sure it links through, and the importance of getting local calls from local business. And there's a few tricks there that we showed in another video that was in this series. But there is one other thing you can do. So we've looked today already at products, but also events. Now, I've looked at Grand Designs here. They've got some events in 2021 which are advertising. And you can advertise your events quite easily through Google My Business as well. So if you go to posts, and you'll see here you can add event. So you click on that, and then again you can add a video or a photo. Videos tend to work better with events. If you just wanted to give a 30-second explanation about what the event's about, you can put the event title. And then this will run as long as you want. So if you wanted this to be, say you want to promote it from now. So we take the example of Grand Design. So this was May the 1st to the 9th, 2021. So that's the information we've got. So if I was to add that to the event, you might want to promote it 3 months earlier. So you may want this to start perhaps at the beginning of March, or you might just want to run the actual information about the event. But you get some more choices by clicking on here. You can put the event details, you can explain what it's about, and then if it's a case of they want to sign up for it, maybe sign up for some information via say if you've got MailChimp or Aweber on a landing page where they can then get information sent to them through email. That would be a good idea. If you wanted them actually to pay for a ticket, you can order it online, or you can use buy. So you've got all sorts of things. Even you can produce this with a calendar if you've got a calendar section on your website. So you've got these events on your website. You'd obviously want your Google My Business to reflect these events as well. So looking through here then, once you've done all your offer, you can then preview it. Now let me just show you an offer or two that I've done in the past. So not an offer, a event. So this was a Google Kickstart event that I had in the summer, and I used a video to promote it. So I just explained in a video what it was about, explained the information. If they wanted to go to it, they could order it online, and that took them then to a particular section where they could book it. And again, you can either do Kickstart events, maybe using a local image as well can be useful to promote the event. But when it comes to events, obviously at the moment, events are difficult because of again, a second lockdown, but some countries are watching this have probably come out of a lockdown now, and events are really important to get people to be involved again with your business. So think about your business. The best thing to do is go to your website, look at the events you've got coming up, and promote them through Google My Business events. Now, one of the other things as well you really need to consider is how you can use the other section here about adding offers. There are several offers you can do that will get a lot more traffic, a lot more clients, potential customers clicking through to your Google My Business. So I'm going to put the video now for that up, and you'll see it here. And I want you to then click on that and meet me there, because I'm going to show you some tricks there that are really going to give you some fresh ideas as to how to get more clients. And if you've seen that video already, then there's another video here as well that I want you to go to. It's part of the same series, but it helps you to see the importance of how to get calls to your landline or to your mobile immediately. So there's a couple of nice little tricks in this video that are going to be useful if you haven't looked at it already. So I'll see you at one of these two videos.